Hayes from Bournemouth, Phil Martin from Brighton, Sonia Martin from Montford in Norfolk, Lynn Marjoram from Silston in West Yorkshire, Clive Myers from South Woodford in London, Don Street from Holland Park in London, Eric Matthews from Bury, Robin Lewis from Stubbington in Hampshire, Ricky Montgomery from East Kilbride near Glasgow, Heine Burden from Chandler's Ford in Hampshire, Peter Thomas from Llanelli in Carmarthenshire, Hazel Pyatt from Woodbury in Devon, Brian Edgar from Newtonards in County Down, Roy Smith from Nottingham, and Daphne Fowler from Weston-super-Mare are all here to play 15 to 1. Presented by William G. Stewart.
Thank you. Hello. Our previous winner today is Daphne Fowler from Weston-super-Mare, whose winning score of 233 last time gave her a place in the grand final. Welcome back, Daphne. We need winning scores above 111 for places on the finals board now. There it is, and Terry Girdleston is the target for today. 15 anxious contestants, 30 tricky questions, and 1 sympathetic question master, so off we go. 2 questions each in the first round, 1 correct answer from you to survive, and we start with Ken Hayes from Bournemouth. Ken, anniversaries 2000. Which political party celebrated its centenary on February the 27th of this year?
The Labour Party.
And Phil, please, the royal family. Why did both the Earl of St Andrews and Prince Michael of Kent lose their right of succession to the throne?
They married Catholics.
They did, Roman Catholics. Sonia, please, history of the USA. Who in 1948 was the first man to win a post-World War II presidential election?
President Eisenhower.
Harry Truman. Lynn, please, House of Commons procedure. The chairman of Ways and Means is the first deputy to which position in the House of Commons?
Speaker.
Clive, please, place names. Which 2 of the Balearic Islands have names which derive from the Latin meaning greater and lesser?
Majorca and Menorca.
Yes, or Minorca, okay. And Don, Royal Mail Services. What name is given to the Royal Mail Service which will look after your mail for a maximum period of 2 months before delivering it?
Post Restaurant.
No, this is called Royal Mail Keepsafe. And Eric, please. Business and Commerce. The Belgian Luc van der Veld is the chairman of which major high street retailer?
Marks and Spencer.
Robin, please. Kiev is the largest city and capital of which republic formerly part of the Soviet Union?
Ukraine.
Ricky, please. Commerce. What in the USA are States Street and Chase Manhattan?
Banks.
Heine, please. The BBC. Hazel Irvine, Eleanor Oldroyd and Christine Boxer are reporters for the BBC. In which field?
Dunno.
Sport. Peter, please. The monarchy. The last acting regent in Britain later became which king?
George V.
George IV. Hazel, please. Jazz. Which instrument was played by the jazz musicians Kid Ory and Jack Teagarden?
Trumpet.
Trombone. Brian, please. Sport in the USA. In which sport in the USA are Kansas City Wizards, Chicago Fire and New England Revolution, all major teams?
American football?
Pardon?
American football?
No, association football, soccer. Roy, please. Fashion and design. Which British designer is the head of the French fashion house of Christian Dior?
Stella McCartney.
John Galliano. Daphne, please. From the French for rebirth, what term is used to describe the revival of art and literature in Europe from the 14th to the 16th centuries?
Renaissance.
And your second question, Ken. This is sport again. In which sport are the Danes, Pulerik Hoyer Larsen and Peter Rasmussen, the Chinese Sun Jin, and the Briton Colin Horton leading competitors?
Is it table tennis?
Badminton. Phil, please. Theatre. Who wrote a play called Ross, based on the life of T.E. Lawrence, Lawrence of Arabia?
Don't know.
Terence Rattigan. Sonia, please. Britain's most northerly motorway is the M90. Which city is at its northern end?
Air.
Perth. Lynn, please. History. Which British general was victorious over the French and Bavarians at the Battle of Blenheim in 1704?
Wellington.
The Duke of Marlborough. Clive, please. Saints. Which saint was the mother of the Virgin Mary?
Don't know.
St. Anne. Don, please. Landmarks in Europe. The Spanish Steps, the Baths of Caracalla and the Pantheon are landmarks in which European city?
Rome.
And Eric, please. Shakespeare and classical music. Which set of marches by Elgar takes its name from a line in Act 3 of Othello?
Pomp and Circumstance March.
Yes, marches. Robin, science and chemistry. What sort of bottle is a wolf bottle?
A flagon.
No, it's a bottle with more than one neck, the kind of thing you see in all those Frankenstein films. Ricky, the human body, which vitamin is necessary for the proper clotting of blood?
D.
K. Heine, please. St. Augustine's Abbey, the Roman Mosaic and the Pilgrim's Way are features in which English city?
Canterbury.
Yes, Canterbury. Peter, please. Of which Scottish administrative area are the islands of Mull, Islay and Jura part?
Strathclyde.
Argyll and Bute. Hazel, please. What in the field of education is a body abbreviated as UCAS, UCAS, concerned with?
It's the university entrance.
Yes, admissions,
body.
indeed.
Admissions, yes.
And Brian, please. Medicine. Which part of the body is affected by the condition called torticollis?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
The neck and the neck muscles. Roy, please. Famous people. Geoffrey Archer is Lord Archer of where?
Westminster.
Weston-super-Mare. History, please, Daphne. Who came to the British throne in the 17th century as a result of the Glorious Revolution?
William III and Mary.
Yes, William and Mary. Four down, 11 to go. Laura?
And they are Sonia Martin, Peter Thomas, Brian Edgar and Roy Smith. And the remaining 11 contestants, 2, still have their 3 lives intact.
And this is sport, Ken. What role was played by Wendy Toms in the Worthington Cup final between Leicester City and Tranmere Rovers in February, the first woman to do so in a major Wembley Cup final?
I'll guess the referee.
Assistant referee, linesman. And Phil, please, literature. Who completed his ecclesiastical history of the English people in 731 AD?
Augustus.
The Venerable Bede. And Lynn, please. The annual London to Brighton veteran car run is open to cars made before which year?
1935.
1905. And Clive, on a similar subject, according to the Veteran Car Club of Great Britain, motor cars made between 1905 and 1919 are called Edwardian. What term describes motor cars made after 1919 but before 1930?
Classic.
Vintage. Don, television. Which television writer left 2 plays when he died, Karaoke and Cold Lazarus, to be produced after his death in 1994? Dennis Potter. Eric, please. Charities. Which peer and actor is the president of the charity MENCAP?
Sir Brian Ricks.
Well, he's Lord Ricks.
Lord
yes.
Ricks.
And a number, please.
Number 2, please.
Science, Phil. Which acid is used in a car battery?
Carbolic.
Sulfuric acid. Again, please, Eric.
Number 1.
Literature, Ken. The name, please, of the novel by Charlotte Bronte in which the heroine, Lucy Snow, goes to teach in a girls' school in Belgium and falls in love with a sharp-tongued professor.
No. Sorry.
Villette. Again, please, Eric.
Number 4.
Lynn, geography. On which landmass are areas known as Queen Maud Land, Wilkes Land and the Hollick Kenyon Plateau?
Alaska.
Antarctica. Again, please, Eric.
Number 15, please.
This is classical literature, Daphne. The name, please, of the imaginary city built in the air in the play The Birds by the 5th century BC dramatist Aristophanes.
Cloud Cuckoo Land.
And number, please.
Number 8, please.
This is 20th century literature and films, please, Robin. Which novel by William Styron, later a major film starring Meryl Streep and Kevin Kline, is set in the 1940s and narrated by Stingo, who befriends a pair of tormented lovers whom he meets in a boarding house in Brooklyn, New York?
No, don't know.
Sophie's Choice. Again, please, Daphne.
7, please.
Famous paintings, Eric. What colloquial name is given to the painting by Rembrandt, whose correct title is The Militia Company of Captain Frans Banningcock and Lieutenant Willem van Reichenberg?
The Black Watch. The Night Watch.
No, I can't let you have it a second time like that. You're close, but the Black Watch is a regiment I was with for a few months in the army. And again, please, Daphne.
Number 9, please.
And cinema, please, Ricky. Which American actor starred in The Firm in 1993, Mission Impossible in 1996, and Jerry Maguire in 1996?
Tom Cruise.
A number, please, Ricky.
Number 12.
Hazel, United States. Which act of Congress is abbreviated as FOIA?
Freedom of Independence and...
You're on the right track. It's the Freedom of Information Act. Again, please, Ricky.
Number 5.
This is BBC Radio, Clive. Which Friday evening programme on Radio 2 has been running continuously since 1953? It was then called Radio's Hall of Melody and Song.
5 o'clock show.
Friday night is Music Night. Again, please.
Number 6.
Aviation, please, Don. The name, please, for the main body of an aircraft which excludes the wings, tail, plane and fin.
Fuselage.
A number, please.
8.
Robin, awards and decorations. There is a strict order of precedence in which Commonwealth medals, orders and decorations should be worn. Which medal or order or decoration ranks higher than any other?
Victoria Cross.
A number, please, Robin.
Number 12.
And Hazel, how many players make up a basketball team?
9.
5. Robin, please.
Number 15.
Monarchy and the coronation, Daphne. What representing sovereign power and Christian rule did the Queen carry in her left hand during her coronation procession?
A Bible.
The orb. Again, please.
Number 10.
And Heine, which city in North Yorkshire has a tradition that has lasted more than 1,000 years involving the city hornman and a ceremony known as setting the watch?
Bradford.
Ripon. He's known as the Ripon Wakeman, I think.
Number 9.
Ricky, please. The Radio Times. Who writes the health page in the Radio Times?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Dr. Mark Porter. Robin, please.
Number 7.
Eric, pop music. Which Oscar-winning British artist, once a member of the band Genesis, had UK #1 singles in the 1980s with You Can't Hurry Love, Easy Lover and A Groovy Kind of Love?
Phil Collins.
And a number, please.
Number 6.
National anthems, Don. Which country is described in its national anthem as the land of the free and the home of the brave?
United States of America.
A number, Don, please.
Number 10.
And Heine, which King of England was on the throne at the beginning of the 13th century?
John.
Pardon?
John.
Yes, King John. A number, please.
15.
Daphne, please. The name of which chemical element is taken from the Greek for light-bearing?
Phosphorus.
A number, please.
Number 8, please.
Robin, birds. In connection with birds, specifically birds of prey, what does the term stoop, S-T-O-O-P, refer to?
They swoop down.
Yes, the dive of a bird, yes. Again, please.
Number 10.
Heine, which Italian town in the Tirano Valley is noted for the production of the sparkling wine that bears its name?
Asti.
Pardon?
Asti.
You are late with them, but you are there. And give me a number.
9.
And Ricky, in which royal palace in London, a favourite with the Tudors, were Henry VIII and his 2 daughters, Mary and Elizabeth, born?
Blenheim Palace.
Greenwich Palace. Again, please.
8.
And Robin, Shakespeare. What is the last name of Nick, the weaver, in A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Bottom, yeah.
Heine, please.
6.
And Don, the Reformation. What name, after the city in northern Italy where it was convened, was adopted by the Roman Catholic Council, which met 3 times in the mid-16th century to oppose the doctrines of the Protestant reformers? What was that called?
The Council of Trent.
Yes, it was called the Council of Trent. And the number, please, Don?
Number 7.
Eric, television. The name, please, of the fictional suburb in which Coronation Street is set?
Weatherfield.
A number, please?
Number 10.
Heine, literature and musicals. In T.S. Eliot's Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, on which the musical Cats is based, which cat is the mystery cat and the master of crime?
McAfee.
A number, please, Heine?
6.
History of politics, Don. Who as Prime Minister presided over the first Labour government to have an overall majority in the House of Commons?
Clement Attlee.
And the number, please?
Number 15, please.
Daphne, what word describes the underground cemeteries where early Christians were buried in niches in the walls of tunnels?
Catacombs.
Onwards, please.
Number 7, please.
Eric, the name, please, of the family which owns the Littlewood Stores and Football Pools Empire?
John Moores.
And a number, please.
Number 10.
Heine, medicine. What are the chemical messengers of the body called which are carried in the blood and control the body's metabolic processes? Hormones. We did get there. It is 12 down, 3 to go. And after the break, Don Street from Holland Park in London, Eric Matthews from Bury, and Daphne Fowler from Weston-super-Mare will be here for the final. Do please stay with us.
The three surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Don Street, a retired civil servant from Holland Park in London, Eric Matthews, a retired process operator from Bury, and Daphne Fowler, a retired secretary from Weston-super-Mare.
Thank you. Welcome back. Don, Eric, Daphne, you know what's expected of you. Put your fingers on the buzzers and off we go. Sport. Which small but important trophy containing the burnt remains of some sports equipment, Daphne?
The Ashes.
Indeed. Musicals. Which film musical starring Julie Andrews is a pastiche of the 1920s and the world of silent movies and is the story of a young woman who is eager to... Daphne?
Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Where in London are the Golden Gallery, the Stone Gallery and the Whispering Gallery? Daphne?
St Paul's Cathedral.
3 correct answers. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Parliament. The Member of Parliament for Hampstead and Highgate has 2 Oscars for Best Actress. Either of the films, please.
A Touch of Class.
Yes, and Women in Love. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Which city and historic county town in the northwest of England stands at the head of the estuary of the River Lune?
Lancaster.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Mathematics and prime numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Which 2 numbers come next?
19 and 23.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
What phrase, which came into common usage from the mid-1960s, describes the practice of newspapers paying large sums of money in order to obtain exclusive rights to stories?
Checkbook journalism.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
20th century innovations. Which type of pavement warning light gets its name from the Minister of Transport who introduced it in the mid-1930s?
A Bleacher Beacon.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Look at this, please. The logo of which computer company contains a visual pun on the word bite?
Apple.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Law. In a coroner's court, what phrase affirms that a crime has been committed but without specifying the criminal, or in a case of suspicious death, the cause of death?
An open verdict.
And onwards, please. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
19th century Americans. Famed as a marksman, bear hunter and fighter, he fought under Andrew Jackson in the Creek War of 1813-14, became a congressman and was killed at the Alamo in 1836. Which American folk hero?
Davy Crockett.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The present Queen has opened Parliament in person every year of her reign so far, with the exception of the years 1959 and 1963. Why not those 2 years?
Because she was pregnant.
Indeed, Prince Andrew and Prince Edward. Question or nominate?
Question,
The
please.
flag of Hawaii. What do the 8 red, white and blue stripes on Hawaii's state flag represent?
The 8 islands.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
On the 1st of May, 1707, Queen Anne rode in state to St Paul's Cathedral for a ceremony of thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for what?
The Act of Union being passed.
Yes, indeed, Union of Scotland and England. And question or nominate?
Question, please.
Look at this and tell me, who is this stand-up comedian pulling a face?
Harry Hill.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
What word in Germany means a secondary school and in Britain means a sports hall?
Gymnasium.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Popular music. Which of the 3 husbands of Marilyn Monroe is mentioned in the Simon and Garfunkel song Mrs. Robinson?
Joe DiMaggio.
And question or nominate?
Question, please.
Commonwealth Day is now celebrated on the 2nd Monday in March. What was it called before 1958?
Empire Day.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Clothing, items of clothing. What are digital socks?
They're ones where they've got like fingers so you can put your toes in them.
Yes, they are. Someone once sent me a pair on this programme. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Which former athlete and Conservative Member of Parliament is William Hague's judo partner?
Sebastian Coe.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The Bayeux Tapestry commemorates the Norman invasion of 1066. What event is commemorated in the Overlord embroidery, which is 272 feet long and kept in a museum at Southsea in Hampshire?
The Normandy invasions.
Yes, D-Day landings, Normandy invasion. And question or nominate?
Question, please.
The Dharma Chakra, or Wheel of Law, is an ancient symbol that features at the centre of which Commonwealth country's national flag?
India.
Yes, there it is. Quick glance at it. That's what it looks like. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Industry. What name is given to the large bottle protected by a cage of metal or basket work used for carrying liquid chemicals, acids, for example?
Carboy.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The sea. What popular term is applied to the stormy ocean tracts which lie between 40 and 50 degrees south?
The Roaring Forties.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Medicine. The BCG vaccine is used against which disease?
TB.
Well, yes, tuberculosis. And question or nominate?
Question, please.
Zoology. What descriptive term is often given to platypuses because they have a broad, flat, hairless snout?
Duck-billed.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Public holidays. In England and Wales, the first public holiday of the year is New Year's Day, which is the last public holiday in the calendar year.
Boxing Day.
Yes, 26th of December, St. Stephen's Day. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Superstitions. Ornithoscopy is a means of fortune-telling by observing the activities of what?
Birds.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Classic films. Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling is a hauntingly recurrent ballad in which classic western starring Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly.
High Noon.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Look at this, please. At the time of its official opening in 1981, this bridge in England was the longest single-span bridge in the world. Which bridge is it?
The Humber Bridge.
And question or nominate?
Question, please.
How many metres are there in a kilometre and a half?
1,500.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The largest island on the Pacific coast of North America shares its name with the largest city in British Columbia. What name?
Vancouver.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
How is the Latin word videlicet, or videlicet, whichever you like, meaning namely, usually abbreviated?
VIZ. Viz.
Yes, Viz. Question or nominate?
Question, please.
The armed forces. What in World War II were named after the towns of Stirling, Wellington, Halifax and Lancaster?
Bombers.
Question or nominate?
Question,
Which
please.
Mediterranean island is Valletta the capital?
Motor.
Question or nominate?
Question,
The
please.
USA, with a television audience of millions, whom in 1963 did Jack Ruby shoot and kill?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Question or nominate?
Question,
If someone is
please.
said to be in Carey Street, what sort of trouble have they encountered?
Financial.
Bankruptcy, yes, okay. And question or nominate?
Question, please.
What is a body known by the acronym CAMRA support?
Real ale.
And question or nominate?
Question, please.
In Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which small animal sits between the March Hare and the Mad Hatter at the Mad Hatter's tea party?
The Dormouse.
Question or nominate?
Question, please.
Which famous 19th century novel, published in 1857, describes the experiences of an upper middle class boy going to boarding school for the first time?
Tom Brown's School Days.
Well, what can I say, Daphne? Let me go down the line. Don, that's the lowest score we've ever had on 15 to 1 from a contestant still standing at the end. Eric, that's the second lowest score we've had on 15 to 1 with a contestant still standing at the end. And Daphne, 402, 30 for those 3 lives, 432, position number 1 on the finals board, and that's the second highest score we've ever had. Well done. You two can come back some other time. Well done, Don. Well done. Well done. Well done. And in fact, I'll tell you what, you can come back next time she comes back. What can I say? We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.
Blackmail and scandal in a Welsh seaside town tomorrow on 4. Enter the secret world of Michael Fry at 9 o'clock. Next up, enter the wide open world of Richard Whiteley from Countdown.